Right, so Ascot always a tough opposition. What do you make of that performance?
I thought the first half we were exceptional. I thought we had them pinned in. Possibly a couple of pens in there, Irving. Didn't go our way. But yeah, I felt we had enough chances in the first half to maybe have had a little bit of a gap. A fair play to them. Great counter-attacking goal. We didn't. I think we switched off. Runners come in and a great finish from the lads. So fair play to Ascot. They're a good side. They're going to pick up points. They're energetic. They're quick across the ground. So yeah, they were counter-attacking and posed a threat counter-attacking. I think probably we had more of the ball. We just didn't make it count. I felt in the second half, Irving, we maybe got a little desperate and started slinging balls forward rather than staying composed. So first half, I thought we were fantastic. Second half, I thought, maybe a bit too desperate for the goal rather than relaxing in certain areas.
And obviously, we had a very new look team today. A couple of debuts to Adam Little and Zach as well. What do you make of their performances as well?
Oh yeah, really good. You could see with Sak, he's a player. Adam Little as well. Chevy played on the Tuesday. Speaking to the chairman, and the previous two playoff finals we've had in the last 3 years, we couldn't have gone up. We couldn't have sustained it. So I think for the club it was probably the right thing we didn't go up, but the chairman's made it clear with the last couple of weeks, go and get a couple of players in, and because we feel that if we do go up, the club, as you can see, with all the work that's gone on and all the slots being sold for next season, we're in a position to go up. But we've got to make sure we get over the line. So first and foremost, the playoffs is still not cemented yet. That's got to be the first port of call, and then the second one's to finish as high as we can within reason, because what I don't want to do today, a lot of these boys that have been playing haven't had a lot of minutes elsewhere, Irving, that's why they're with us. So it's about building them up and not going crazy and throwing them in for 90 minutes when they haven't done nothing for a while. So I think they probably had maybe 20-30 minutes a game for the whole season. So we've got to be careful with it and a little bit cautious. And the next 6 weeks will be vital for us. We need to be, I know I keep saying it, but we just had a chat there. We've got to really put it in for the next 6 weeks and get as fit as we can be. So, when we're in the playoffs, we give ourselves the best opportunity. But like I say, first of all, we've got to cement it.
Speaking about the playoffs, I've done the math. We need 5 points from our last 5 games, regardless of what happens elsewhere. So it's in our hands. So is that first and foremost a goal for the team?
Oh yeah, obviously yes. There I could have maybe risked it a little bit more, but with that little buffer we have, it gives me the opportunity to make more educated decisions around certain players. So we've got to make sure we go into the playoffs fresh, but also, like you just said, we've got to make sure we get those 5 points.
Right, and today I think we played a decent game in the first half, as you said. Was there anything we could have improved on in the second half, maybe? Created more clear-cut chances, maybe?
Maybe the information I give when the players come on. Obviously, the players that come on wasn't in the dressing room at half-time. We did say keep the ball. I just felt we lacked a little bit of, and I think that's football sometimes. I think you're so desperate for the goal that you're stinging more direct balls forward, because we did get in a few times, didn't we? So, maybe a little bit more experience around managing the last 20 minutes.
And as I said, lots of new faces. So how are you getting them to settle in, obviously, and playing, Hanover Villa identity?
Well, first and foremost, I had a good chat with the boys that we brought in. I wanted to make sure they were the right characters, and realistic. All the boys we brought in are very realistic in terms of where they're at the moment with their own fitness and what we need to do moving forward. So we've had a good chat. Everyone's understands where we're at. So yeah.
Right, and just talk about tactically. I think we switched to a back four today. I'm not sure if we did the previous 2 games, but is this something that we're going to build on moving forward, or is it just a one-off?
It's been the last 2.5 games now. I know you haven't been here, and the reason being Josh Casey's out for the season now, so that's a massive blow. Joe Peters, realistically, is another 2 or 3 weeks away. Ben Geraghty's away as well. So we've got no defenders unless we're putting forward players in defensive positions. That's not going to happen, so we just didn't have enough defenders for 4 or 5, so it was almost forced.
Right, and just talking about our run-in, obviously very tough games coming up against Egham, Westfield and Portchester away as well. So, what's the focus over the next couple of weeks?
Game by game. So the next one is going to be very tough at Egham. So we just got a different ground again, different pitch. So that's why we made the signing, so it gives us an opportunity. I think certain players play better or suits them on different pitches, so gives us that opportunity as a manager now to pick players maybe better on grass for the Egan game. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be like Hartley, I presume. So we just got to make sure we get those points, and I've got decisions now, so it's all on me.
And just one final question. Louis Collins is back in the team. How did it come about?
Louis Collins predominantly, he's Nat Hill player, but Nat Hill manager was very kind, dual regging him. I'm not sure how many squads he will make. It all depends on the injuries at the back line. So he's a boy, Louis, isn't he? I think half the change was going to walk out when he walked in, and the other half love him. So it's a bit like Marmite Louis. Look, he's a great lad, and he loves Villa. So it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's good to see him back. Thank you, Si.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Alf.